Good morning from Windsor Castle. My name's Lexi, I'm a journalist for My London, and I'm currently at one of the Queen's residence here, where people have been leaving tributes and flowers for Her Majesty since her passing yesterday. There's already a lot of people around this morning paying their respects, and you can see a number of flowers and tributes laid down for Her Majesty. There's cards and notes left. Some reading, "Queen, thank you already missed." And letters, loads of flowers and people still coming to add to them. This one reads, "May your soul rest in eternal peace. We love you. We will forever miss you. You are the Queen of our hearts." So people have been coming out today to pay respects following the news that the Queen passed yesterday at her home in Balmoral. The BBC cancelled all its programming to produce a news special where they kept everyone up to date. It was very unusual for us to have so much information on the Queen's health. They're generally quite private. It's unlikely we'll find out if she was sick for a period of time or whether it was more sudden. Lots of people commented on the fact that she looked quite unwell when she met Liz Truss only a few days ago. She was looking quite frail. And it was announced yesterday at 6:30 that the Queen had passed in the afternoon, surrounded by her family. Today the mood here is quite sombre. There's quite a lot of people who are clearly very upset, who've been crying. It's surprisingly quiet here. Lots of people have come down to pay their respects. People from all over. I've spoken to people who are from Australia and New Zealand, people who've travelled 10 miles to come today to pay their respects. You can see crowds and the newscasts. There's children who've come with drawings and with pictures to lay down for the Queen. And most of the people here won't have ever known another monarch. She was on the throne for 70 years. She only recently celebrated her Platinum Jubilee. There's still tourist groups coming down who are paying their respects and being given some information. When I first arrived here this morning, this patch was maybe half as full as it is here. I've only been here an hour, so you can only imagine how full it's going to get as time goes on. Lots of notes. So if you're just joining, I'm Lexi, I'm a journalist for My London, and I'm currently at Windsor Castle, where people have come to lay flowers and pay their respects to the Queen following her passing yesterday. The news came through at about 6:30 yesterday evening. But throughout the day, since about midday, there'd been news that the Queen had fallen unwell and she was under medical supervision. There's candles being lit. There's a framed photograph of the Queen in the middle. There's security here making sure people don't get too close if they're not laying tributes. can see all the tourist groups here as well. Lots of people coming up to take photographs of the castle. There's lots of people sharing stories of memories of the Queen, whether they met her or remembered a specific thing. Some people have come down, they also came down when Diana passed away. You can see already how busy it is here and how it's only going to get busier over the rest of the day as people come down to pay their respects. A lot of people said that when the news came through yesterday it was cold and raining and dark, so they decided to come down this morning before work or before school. You can see a lot of photographers and journalists are here to cover the story as well. If you're just joining us, this is Lexi from My London. I'm reporting from Windsor Castle today, following the death of the Queen, as people are laying tributes and flowers and leaving notes for Her Majesty. The news came through yesterday at about 6:30, but there'd been news throughout the day from the BBC that the Queen had fallen ill. Mood is very sombre. Some people that I've tried to speak to have been too upset to speak and have just wanted to stand and pay their respects. But just over the last hour you can see how much the quantity of flowers has grown, and it's likely to only get bigger. You can see there's lots of cards and notes left for Her Majesty. Some of them read, "Death leaves a heartache no one can heal. Love leaves a memory no one can still. Rest in peace, Your Majesty. Thank you. Your life's dedication to service of your people. You will be missed by all." You can see crowds gathering. You can see some of the pictures left by children on the flowers and the notes. RIP to a wonderful lady who gave 70 years of her life to her country, united with her Philip, sleep well man, the diabetes admin team. Lots of people have come down with their children to pay their respects. Quite young children who probably won't remember the Queen when they're older, and will probably only ever remember having King Charles III as their monarch. The majority of people here, though, will have only ever had the Queen as their monarch, so ahead of times of uncertainty and sadness, she's been a constant fixture in a lot of people's lives, and generally the consensus is that people are sad to see that she's passed away. So this is Lexi reporting for My London from Windsor Castle. Currently here as all tributes are being laid and people are paying their respects to Her Majesty, who passed away yesterday afternoon at Balmoral, surrounded by her family. There's a lot of staff and security making sure that people don't put their hands between the gates or step on the tributes. So you've been watching Let's See for My London, reporting from Windsor Castle.